I'll show you. Here, this is where they had to go.
You can't have anything nice anymore. You can't stand having anything nice.
They did the window seal and all. They ripped it, trying to get it out.
And what time did you say this was?
4:10. I heard a dog barking next door and then her shouting for it to shut up. I don't know what we've come back to this dump for.
I went outdoors, there was this car or something.
You saw a car?
No, we only heard it driving away.
I reckon they had to go the night before. I said to Bella, I thought I could hear somebody.
That was about 4 o'clock as well. Bumped into the bins, they did. I said it was probably cats. They only just got back from Spain.
I thought you had good times for Sunhill.
Go every year. Fuengirola, Marbella, Torremolinos.
Yeah, and look, they can't nick that because I got this lock on it. But they can do a lot of damage trying, know what I mean?
Well, it won't put off a determined thief, Mr. Clark.
Yeah, we met this fella, you remember, from Croydon. He had a camper. He said there was this gang of car thieves going around nicking campers and shipping them off in containers to Lagos and Pakistan, making a fortune they were.
Well, I can't say that I've heard of camper vans being stolen and shipped abroad.
So what are you going to do about it then?
Well, I'll report it as an alleged criminal damage, Mrs. Clark.
Alleged? Look, these villains have been here twice already. What's to say they won't have another go tonight?
Look, couldn't one of your policemen sleep in the van? I'll give him some bedding. It's very comfortable.
I don't think so, Mrs. Clark. But look, if you do hear anything, phone us immediately.
I'm not lying awake all night listening out for noises, am I?
Well, I'll inform the officers on our night duty and they'll keep an eye on things for you, all right?
And what's that supposed to mean?
Well, a patrol car will pass your house occasionally and keep an eye out for anyone suspicious hanging around.
You know something? If this had happened in Spain, them civil guards down there would have rounded up all the local thieves and taken them in for questioning.
Quite right.
Well, we do things a bit differently here.
Yeah, I see.
Has anyone seen the parade book?
Oh, dear, are you supposed to have it?
Well, they just said it was here.
Right, hold on a sec, sir.
What do you want it for?
Oh, this retired couple who live in Oakdean Gardens, they got one of them camper vans. According to the husband, someone tried to nick it last night and the night before, so I just wanted to leave an attention requested note for the late turn of night duty.
Oh, well, it's supposed to be in here. You better have a look round for it.
Well, there's nothing marked here, sir. I'll put a report in the property loss book. OK, then. Cheers.
They want to get one of those new crook locks or try and sleep in it?
They want a copper to sleep in it.
Ah, then they want someone to beat him. I mean, after all, I always asleep on the job anyway.
I've only been back from Spain a couple of days.
Well, in that case, if someone's tried to nick it twice already, there must be something illegal in it. You know, like drugs or guns.
Load of rubbish.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
It's not rubbish, Sarge. It's a well-known fact. I mean, you read about it all the time.
Well, read what?
Apparently, some of the drug dealers and the villains down on the Costa del Sol have been targeting British Wrinkleys with caravans and camper vans.
What, and you reckon that's why someone's had to go at this camper?
Yeah. Now, I think what Nick needs is a sniffer dog, not the parade book.
What do you reckon, Tosh? Is it worth having a look around this van? I mean, if Reg is right, it could be full of drugs.
Yeah, and Reg has a tendency to be full of something else. If you think there's drugs in it, use your initiative. Go and sniff around it yourself.
Hi! Leave it! What do you think you're doing? Sierra Oscar from 408 receiving.
Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, attention requested to a dark red motorbike. I think it was a Triumph. No index. Driver and pillion passenger heading at high speed towards Canley High Street. He just tried to run me down on the pavement.
All received. Are you all right, Nick?
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
What, a bike just missed him, sir. They're obviously after the van. Nick said he saw a similar bike earlier this morning.
What do you think?
Well, I think it's worth a shot, sir.
Well, who do you know in the area drug squad?
Dear's Jane Murray, from way back.
Yeah, you see, we're very particular who we invite inside our van. We don't let riffraff in here.
We clean everything, and I mean everything. You have to get the ants out. If you don't, they'll breed.
Excuse me, please. How about this? You got a loo as well.
Well, what do you think we do? Dig a trench or something? I told you, no drugs.
I believe you, Mr. Clark. Just to make sure, we're going to get a sniffer dog to give it the once over.
This is getting out of hand.
Jane, how are you?
Fine, Matt, thanks. Been ages.
Yeah, the course at Crowthorne.
When constabulary duties to be done?
Policeman's lot, isn't it? A happy one. Yeah, I remember. Thanks for reminding me. How's old, what's his name then?
Oh, Derek? I don't know. Moved up to Glasgow ages ago. Works with the MOD plod.
What, sort of permanently?
Most definitely.
Really? Nick, this is Detective Sergeant Murray, Area Drug Squad. Jane PC Slater.
Hello.
Pleased to meet you, Sarge.
Oh, this is WPC Jackson, one of our handlers. Hi. So what's been happening?
Go on, Nick, it's your show.
Right, well, we had a call from this couple with a camper who've just got back from Spain. Somebody tried to break into it last night, and possibly the night before as well. I turned up about an hour ago to have a little look round, and I saw someone smash the quarter light. He jumped on the back of a motorbike, which then tried to run me down on the path. So we think, well, I think that there could be drugs hidden somewhere inside, probably without the owner's knowledge.
Someone's been reading the papers.
It's not me, I'm afraid, it's one of our PCs.
The one that can read.
Is that the couple?
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Clark.
Mr. and Mrs. Clark, this is Detective Sergeant Murray from the Area Drug Squad.
Hello there.
We know nothing about drugs.
Well, no one's saying you do, Mr. Clark, but these things have been known to happen. Whereabouts in Spain were you?
Marbella, Torremolinos.
Fuengirola.
Quite right. All round the Costa del Sol. Well, it was 2 months with the trip down.
We've cleaned the van out from top to bottom. We didn't find nothing.
Well, it doesn't make any difference how clean it is. Look, what we're going to do is let the dog have a good sniff around.
What if he finds something? We're not going to jail for something we know nothing about.
We're innocent.
It's all right, Mrs. Clark. We'll let the dog have a sniff around, then we'll take it from there. Can you bring him over, please, Judy? Let's all stand back. Give the dog some space.
Is he house trained?
Is it in? Look, is it there? Is it in there? Is it under there?
Do you want to put him inside?
In you go. Have a look in. Is it there? Oh, good boy. How about in here?
What do you think, Judy?
Doesn't seem to want to come out. I think he may have got something. Up you go. Where is it? Something up here? Something in the ceiling?
Look, I never touched that ceiling, not since I had it. Isn't that right, Bella?
Quite right.
Well, maybe someone else has, Mr. Clark. Can someone give me a hand?
That's you, Nick.
Excuse me, Mr. Clark.
Look, I don't know anything about this. I would like to state here and now, I don't know anything about this at all.
Yeah, all right, Mr. Clark. Let the sergeant see what's there, yeah?
Can you smell something?
No, it's just your perfume.
What about it?
Well, it's very nice.
Hold the screwdriver.
What's all this?
Eucalyptus leaves to put the dog off. It hasn't worked because the dog's not just clever, he's a genius. I reckon there must be at least 30 grams worth of Moroccan in here. That's the street value.
I'd have thought it would have been more.
Small is beautiful, sir. They probably paid about 10 grand for that lot. Not a bad return on your investment, if you ask me. Can you pass the roof panel up, please, Nick? I'll hold it, you put the screws in.
Right.
Well, sometimes it's safer for these people to work with smaller deals like this rather than put their wad on a ton of the stuff. Spreads the risk.
And they only paid 10 grand for that lot?
Yeah, but you imagine if you pull that stroke off 4 or 5 times a year, that's 100 grand just for starters. You do that a couple of times, you're ready to buy into the big league.
Well, Matthew here says you'd like to run a surveillance operation on the camper.
Yes, sir. This is obviously what they were after.
Won't they have been scared off?
Well, I reckon they'll think we haven't found the drugs if we get the van back out on the streets quickly. If they're desperate enough to try and nick it in broad daylight, they won't be able to resist giving it another look.
Right.
Could you make sure there's no leaves or twigs left on the floor, please?
Like Mrs. Clark's just hoovered it.
I'd like to interview Mr. and Mrs. Clark, see if they remember anything useful.
I'm scared witless about the whole thing now.
I'm not surprised.
If they think we've crossed them, they'll find us and try to kill us, won't they?
I don't think so, Mr. Clark. I've heard about them killing each other, but not unsuspecting couriers.
We're going to have to move and change our names, aren't we?
I don't think it'll ever come to that.
What are you going to do about the camper now?
Leave it outside your house like nothing's happened. And wait till they turn up again.
Well, I don't like the sound of that.
Look, you don't have to be around. In fact, we'd prefer it if you went away for a few days.
Go away? Oh, no, look, we're too old for this kind of stuff.
If nothing happens after a couple of days, we'll put a bit in the local paper saying we've uncovered a lot of drugs in a camper. Then the smugglers will know their stuff's been found and there's no reason for them to come near your place again.
Yeah, but that makes us look as if we brought it in.
Yeah, these things get around, you know. What are people going to say about that?
Look, we won't print your name and address, Mrs. Clark.
How will the smugglers know their stuff has been found?
Look, we'll sort it out. What I want to ask you is whether you met anyone in Spain who might have planted drugs on your camper.
No. We keep ourselves pretty much to ourselves, you know.
You were there for 2 months and you never met a soul? Was anyone nice to you? Took you out for a meal? Anything like that?
There was that English couple, Phil and Brenda.
Phil and Brenda? No, it couldn't have been them. She was as nice as pie, and he wasn't a bad bloke either.
Who were they?
Oh, no, it wasn't them. It was just a young couple.
What do they look like?
Well, he was about 5'6", wiry, fair hair and thinnish on top.
And what did she look like?
Oh, she was a fine-looking woman.
Bit tough-looking,
Yeah,
though.
suntanned. We only met them a couple of times.
Did you get their address?
No, they came from Whetstone. They were down there in a timeshare flat. We met them on the campsite, didn't we, Bella?
Whereabouts was this?
Marbella. We were staying at a campsite called the Happy Whale outside the town.
They were down there to check it out for her cousin, who was coming down with a caravan. They were a nice couple. Her cousin had a handicapped child or something, and Brenda, she did a lot of charity work.
And we bumped into them again in town.
She did a marathon run for handicapped children.
What do you mean when you say you bumped into them?
Well, I was having my hair done and Brenda came into this salon to ask about the prices, so she said. Her husband was with her, so we met up with Eddie here and went for a drink by the port.
Yeah, and she paid for everything, as I recall. They were pretty flush with cash, both of them. And then the following day, we went in their car to that place,
Rhonda.
Yeah, quite right.
What? You all went?
Oh, no, Phil didn't go. We had a good laugh about that, didn't we? She said he got a touch of the Aztec two-step, you know what I mean, all the... So he didn't come with us.
So you went only with Brenda?
She said she didn't want to go on her own. We didn't get back till the evening.
Oh. Phil was alone with the camper.
And did you give them your address?
And phone number. We said if ever they were down our way.
They seemed such a nice couple.
It's the one time we left the camper for a whole day. What did we ever do to them? We don't deserve this.
No, you don't. They could have landed you well and truly in it.
Don't worry, Mr. Clark. We'll sort it.
Sergeant Murray reckons it was 30 grand's worth of dope in the roof.
See? They wouldn't listen to me.
Can't think why, Rich.
Nick, we're doing an obbo on that camper. Get into your civvies and go back with Mr. and Mrs. Clark, will you?
Me, Sarge?
Well, you found them. When you get there, check in with me.
Right, Sarge. That Sergeant Murray, quite something, isn't she?
Oh, not you as well. You know Sergeant Boyden's been out to work the year.
You boys never learn, do you?
Anyway, she's too hot with the likes of you. You haven't got a strong enough fuse.
Right, the Clark's going to stay with her sister till it's safe to return. I've got the details. I want you to meet the son and stay at the house till we arrive.
We've got to get these people actually with the drugs, not just nicking the camper. I don't want to blow this on just taking and driving away.
Well, why don't we get a wheel clamp? Then they won't be able to take it anywhere.
Good idea. That way they'll have to go for the hash or nothing.
They sell them in the DIY shop just down the road.
Buy one on your way to the house.
Yeah, well, how am I going to pay?
Try using money. Usually works.
Don't worry, Nick. We'll make sure you get it back.
OK, PC Slater's going to buy a wheel clamp for your camper on the way to your house.
Oh, that's great, isn't it? If they can't take it, they'll smash it up. And this is all we've got.
Off you go, then.
Are you coming in, love?
No, I've had enough excitement for one day.
All right, will you stay here and keep an eye on things then, Mrs. Clark? Come on, then. That'll do, won't it?
I don't know, you tell me.
Well, it looks solid enough.
I don't like any of this at all. What are you doing here?
I was looking for a toilet, wasn't I? All this has upset me.
Why didn't you go in the van?
Because I've cleaned it, haven't I? There's no need to make such a song and dance about it. I've only been away for 5 minutes.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm getting some bodies from Sun Hill. Sergeant Boyden. Yeah, sure. I remember. I'll speak to you later. Cheers.
We got a problem. Had a call from our man in the camper. It's been nicked.
She said she had to go to the lavatory because this business had upset her. That's all there is to it.
And she didn't lock the damn thing?
Oh, yeah, she locked the door, but the window was already broken, wasn't it? And she didn't know how to put the crook lock on. I told her to stay in the van.
Well, can you remember being followed at all on the way here?
Oh, no, I was sat in the back.
Well, they must have been right on your tail.
I'm sorry, Sarge.
No, it's all right. My mistake, I underestimated them. They just waited till the first moment our backs were turned and went for it. These guys are good. Let's see how good they really are.
This is the car park camera tape. It's time-coded, so you can use it in evidence if need be. This is where we bring the shoplifters. I'm sure some of them get off from seeing themselves on the telly. Here we go. That's your van arriving at 11:46. There's the old gentleman and the constable. They'll be on tape as they go into the store. Do you want to see that?
No, we want to see what happens outside.
That's definitely the bike they had to go at me this morning. N241OYU.
There goes Bella. Now watch what happens next.
They got some front, haven't they?
And the rest is history. They had their eye on the prize and had to grab it. Drug dealers make their biggest mistakes because of greed. Would you mind waiting outside, please?
Oh, sure. Just shout if you need me.
Sierra Oscar 79 receiving.
Go ahead, 7-9.
Yeah, can you do a vehicle check for me, please? November 241, Oscar Yankee uniform.
There you go.
Receive 7-9, a dark red Triumph Thunderbird, no trace lost or stolen. Last reported keeper, a Diane Emily Gardner, 26 Powder Wharf, St Jude's Dock, Rope Street.
Right, cheers, Paul. Do you know her?
Oh, yes, we know Diane. I thought she'd take an early retirement to a luxury villa in Marbella.
Sounds like we're in the wrong job.
She lives with this fella called Peter Coker,
Very appropriate.
who was shot and wounded by Yardies a couple of years back. That's why they moved to Spain. Strictly freelance. They deal in high quality, not quantity. We thought we got all our outlets and put them out of business. They started up again. No wonder they're desperate.
And they were the people that tried to run me down this morning. Thank God it was a woman driving that bike.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Sorry, Sarge, I didn't mean that.
They've had about 3/4 of an hour's start. That's enough time for them to take the van apart and dump it. Look, I reckon if we were to pole up to Powder Wharf round about now, we might just catch them with the groceries. What do you think?
I think it's a shame we haven't got a search warrant. But then again...
I was hoping you were going to say that.
Still hot. Metal's ticking. Right. Flat's on the 3rd floor. The Triumph bike's parked in the garage, so it's even money they're at home. We've got to get in through the front door. Gary, that's you.
If we don't get in fairly sharpish, they may try and dump the gear. There's no time to order a boat, so I want one of you on the foreshore just in case.
Well, you're not suggesting we swim for it, are you?
Nick, you do it. At least you know what it looks like. Off you go then, Nick. Make it look like you're a beachcomber or something.
Oh, yeah, give us a straw hat and a coconut. I'll pretend I'm in Barbados.
I reckon we'll only have 2 people to deal with. That's a Diane Gardner and a Peter Coker.
Oh, very appropriate.
We've done that one, Reg.
Any questions?
Let's go then. Yeah, it's all right, mate. We're police.
Be able to do that with your shoulder.
Yeah, I'll have a go, Sarge.
It's okay, I'll get it open.
Got the key on you, Sarge?
Gary, Debbie on the left-hand side of the door. Reg on the right with Sergeant Murray.
Yeah, I'm the lodger from downstairs. I've got water pouring into my lounge. You must have a burst water pipe.
There's no water coming from here. Shut off.
Yeah, but it's dripping off my light bulb. You must have a stopcock or something.
Go away. I'll get a plumber.
Look, if you don't open the door and let me see where it's coming from, I'm going to call the police.
There's no water coming from up here.
Oh, yes, there is.
Go! It's the police! Get out of my flat before I brain you.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah! Okay.
Find Coker!
Oh.
Gary! Right.
All right, Peter, drop the stuff. It's all over.
What do you think?
Just like Barbados, eh, Nick? Plenty about the coconuts.
We're only one street away, Sarge. What the hell's been going on here? I can already see a burning car.
Look at that. Bloody great tanker on its side.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra 1.
Go ahead.
We're at the RTA at Cheetham Road now, Sarge. And there's half a dozen vehicles are involved in some sort of tanker.
Yeah, received. The fire service and the ambulance service are on their way, Dave. Do you want any further assistance?
Yes, we will, Sarge.
It's mine, I've got it sorted.
Just stand over there, okay?
Is there anybody in now? Did you see anybody get out of the van?
No, he got out.
You sure?
Yeah, he got out.
Keep away from your vehicle, all right? I'll put that one out, David. You stay away from it.
I'm going to check the tanker driver.
All right.
Oh. Hello. Can you hear me? What's your name? Look, make a noise if you can hear me. Anything. That's good. That's good. I just need to see the damage.
Right?
Right, you're going to be okay. Keep talking to him.
Go on, mate.
It's not good, Tony. It's not good. His legs are trapped, right? If we lift him, we might be able to get him clear.
Well, the brigade's on its way. We'll leave it to them.
Oh, come on, Big Tone. That stuff you want to come down on him once. It's not going to take too much time to settle the rest.
I'm more worried about this.
What, it stinks? What is it?
No idea. There's no markings. Best thing what you do is keep out of it. Let the brigade sort it.
I'll see if there's a trunk yard in his cab.
OK, I'll go brief the paramedics.
Right. Right, you two, get out of it, quick. Quick as you can, move it. Look, this is important. We need...
Need a hand, Dave?
No, Carl, look, the driver's well out of it. You best keep well clear.
What's this then?
Look, there's a spill, and I don't know what it is. Go to the tube station and stop them letting anybody else out, OK?
Right.
John, one of the witnesses reckons that he saw the van driver clear. Check to see if he's OK.
Right. Thank you. Just move back for me. Right. You OK, mate?
My head hurts like crazy. My throat's sore.
Right. Yeah, over here, please.
Like it's burning.
Right, can you tell me what vehicle you were in?
Yeah, the fan was left of it.
You all right?
Yeah, I think so. Good.
Pitsy Quinnan, Special Officer Kerry. Right, we've got one casualty. He's in the cab of the tanker.
Right. Adam, you and Gordon set up a restricted area. I'll have a recce. That scaffolding looks no too stable.
No, look, we've got a spill. It's causing some sort of fumes.
Right.
Over the other side. Scaffolding's falling all around. May have damaged the shell.
Any idea what he's got on board?
Well, there's no Haskin markings, and I couldn't see a trunk card in his cab.
Have you asked the driver?
No chance. I couldn't even get his name out of him.
Brilliant. And I suppose the UN number's out of the question.
Right.
All right, until we know what we're dealing with, I want this immediate area isolated.
Right, I'll get this lot reversed and gone.
No time for that. Get their engines switched off and get the drivers out of here. Fast.
Right. Can you turn it off, mate? Just leave the vehicle there and go down the corner road, please. Can you all move right back to behind that corner, please? For safety, go on, way back. Turn it off, mate. Get all your passengers out with you. Go down the back of that corner there.
Can't float, Tony. These always happen on a bus route.
We want the whole area clear, sir. The tanker's leaking.
Right, take Martin and Barry to help this end. Trevor, get up the top, block the road, yeah? Nobody's to come through, understood? Inspector Monroe?
Yeah.
Station Officer Kerry. Now, what's the situation? Chemical spill, no marking. So as yet, we can't estimate what the toxicity is. Of course, the driver should have a load of paperwork in his cab.
Only don't bet on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Cowboys. Seen enough of them. Anyway, I've put a call out. Brigade scientific advisors on the way.
How can we help?
Well, until I know for certain, I'm assuming the worst. I'd like these flats cleared, and I'd like all residential windows closed.
June! June, I want us to get these flats evacuated, and I think we better close the tube station as well, OK?
I'm setting up a contamination area, right? I think it's important that this spill, whatever it is contained. Hey, and it'd help if that bloody joker who put this lot on the road could tell us what it is he's carrying.
Matthew. Sierra Oscar 79 receiving.
Go ahead, mate.
Yeah, can I have a vehicle check, please, Bob? It's a tanker, registration. Hang on a sec, I can't quite see it. Victor X-Ray Hotel. Stupid, there's all this going on. All I care about is whether my car's all right. OK, take it easy. The main thing is you're not hurt, yeah? We just went so quickly. I mean, my car got shunted in. Oh, sorry. All right. Just relax, OK? Just straight down. Sit in here and I'll get a paramedic over to you, OK?
Next thing we need to do is get everybody out of these flats, all right? No arguments, and hurry them along. You take the ground floor, I'll go upstairs.
Gentlemen!
Yes!
Dave, I'm allocating you reporting officer.
Right, sir. We've Tony's checked most of the vehicles, and I'm sorting the witnesses now.
OK, carry on.
Hey! What's the score?
Some sort of inhalation problem.
He was driving the van, yeah?
Yeah. Name Spinks. I can let you have his details.
Well, thanks. It's all right if I have a quick word with him?
Yeah, but make it quick, OK?
Right, Mr. Spinks, PC Quinnan, just take us at the back of the ambulance, yeah? Right, I need to ask you exactly what you saw. What did you see at the accident?
I parked up near the tube. I pulled out, got to the corner, and I saw this tanker coming hurtling towards me.
All right, just take it easy.
Breathe easy.
Just take it easy. Look, don't worry. I need to take a formal statement later, OK? Just make sure it's all right, yeah? Mr. Kerry? How long before you can get the tanker driver out?
Well, as soon as we can, but it might take a bit of a while because we've got to use the hand cutters. I can't risk a spark setting the whole lot off.
Well, one of the casualties is having breathing difficulties. Could that be down to the spill?
If I knew that, I'd tell you, wouldn't I? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Inspector?
Yeah.
We managed to work out what caused the spill. It's the valve groove. It's ruptured.
I see. Is there any way of slowing it down?
Well, we'll try. We've got the casualty out. We'll try and stop the leaks. But the main problem is, you know, we've already got a lot of seepage into the sewers.
I see.
Yeah, we'll do what we can, but we're definitely going to have to get main drainage down here.
Get onto it. How about that chemical? Are we any nearer to identifying it?
Well, it's corrosive, we know that. Apart from that, we're operating blind.
Right.
I don't like that bloody scaffolding either. I want to get my crew out from under that.
The gate scientific advisor here if you want to have a word with him.
Great. Well, we might find something out now.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 1. Sir? The tanker's registered to a JYB haulage. Got an office on the industrial estate. Right, hang on, Bob. Matt, see if you can find out someone in charge. We've got to find out what the tanker had on board exactly. Not just a rough approximation, yeah? Yeah, Bob. Can we get on to main drainage, get some of their people down here?
Exactly. We expect you to go. Not that way. Can you come away, please? Well away from the interface.
What's with all that? What do they need them for?
Come on, sir, it's only a precaution.
You think we're daft? What the hell was he carrying?
Well, let's not worry about that for a minute, eh?
Well, it's all right for you. You don't have to live here. How many times have I complained about lorries using this as a rat run? Been a death trap for ages.
Just later, if you don't mind, sir.
It's a bit late already.
Make yourself known to an officer. Thank you. No problems?
No, he should be grateful he's well away from it. Don't suppose we'll be so lucky.
No. Thanks, lads. We've had to block the road up. It's been a bit of a serious accident. So if you do us a favour and find another route. Yeah, thanks for the understanding.
Try and trace a vehicle. We think it's one of yours.
Not mine. I just check them in and out.
Well, it's an ERF tanker, registration BXH 156B.
Yeah, well, that's out of this yard. What's he done? Parked on a double yellow?
We need to know what he was carrying. Where would I find that?
That'd be on the job sheet.
Well, where's that?
You, Archie? In the office. But I ain't got a key.
You haven't got a key? You're security, ain't you?
I just look after the gate, pal. Stop people messing about with the lorries. Mr. Drew locks everything up over there.
Was anyone else got a key? Another employee? Secretary?
A few times she's been here before him. She's had to wait on the doorstep for Drew to open up. He don't trust nobody if he can help it.
Where can I find this Mr. Drew?
What day is it? Try the Phoenix, have it a boxing. Loves a good bust-up.
Hang on a sec. Bloke that was driving tonight. Do you know his name? Well, you're on the gate. You must know who's in and out.
It was a new face. Dan something. Lawson. I think that's what he said.
Thanks for all your help.
I've got an alternative location for the owner. I'm checking that now.
Received, Matt. Keep me informed. Joe. Driver's name's believed to be Daniel Lawson. Stay with him, right?
Right, sir.
OK, let's move it. You with us?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he's going to do much talking.
How bad is he?
Not much as you would expect. Looks like internal injuries to me. Not looking too clever.
1, 2, 3.
All right. I'll tell you one thing, you should have a whiff of his breath.
What, drink?
Well, either that or he's got a big thing for wine gums.
Mr. Drew?
Yeah?
Can I have a word? Hey, I could do with seeing the rest of this. I'm sponsoring one of these lads. He's a good fighter.
Really? Over here, please.
All right, what can I do for you?
Tanker, registration VXH156V.
Yeah, I own it. Why?
Mr. Drew, there's been an accident.
This I could do without. How bad?
Went into some scaffolding. There's been a spillage. We need to know what chemicals are on board.
I'll have to look it up in the office.
You've got no idea? This is urgent.
I don't keep that sort of stuff in me head. Come on, then.
For your information, sir, one of the paramedics suspects that the casualty may have been drinking.
Can we get that confirmed one way or another?
No, that's not possible, sir, and the casualty's condition is too serious.
Here we go.
Can you stand by, please?
Have we got a name?
We believe he's a Daniel Lawson. He's been trapped in the cab of his tanker.
For how long?
15, 20 minutes.
Okay, everyone, clocks on. What have we got?
Severe chest injuries, query pneumothorax.
Cut his shirt off. Check for bilateral air entry.
After 3.
1, 2, 3.
Put another line in and put the monitor on. Do blood pressure. Have you contacted the next of kin?
No, not yet.
I think you'd better not hang around.
Right. Sierra Oscar 1 from 643 receiving.
Go ahead, June, I'm still here.
I'm at St Hughes now, sir. Mr Lawson's in resus. He's still unconscious.
Understood. Wait with him, June.
Yes, sir. I don't think we're going to get anything out of him, though. From what the doctors are saying, they don't hold out much hope.
Right. Keep me informed.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 1. Did you get that, Bob?
All received. You want me to get on to the traffic garage, get an AI out?
Yes, I'll sort it this end, but until we know different, I'm treating this as a fate act, understood?
Everybody back!
Not bad. Must be making a fair living.
Bad choice of words, Gary. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm WPZ Data. This is PC McCann, Sun Hill. I wonder if we could come in for a minute.
Why, what is it?
You are...
Odette Lawson.
Are you related to a Daniel Lawson?
I'm married to him, yes. What is all this?
It might be better if we came inside to talk.
Yes.
Mrs. Lawson, we think your husband may have been involved in an accident.
No?
At this stage, we can't be certain it's him.
Was your husband out driving a tanker tonight for JYB haulage?
Yes, that's right.
Well, a tanker was involved in a collision. The driver's been taken to hospital.
I see.
We can't be sure how serious it is.
Obviously, the hospital will be able to tell you more.
Yes, of course. I'll go down there. I just need to sort a few things out here first. No, you're right. I should go down to the hospital to be with him. I'll just get my car keys.
Mrs. Lawson, perhaps it'd be better if we took you.
Is there someone we can fetch? A friend, perhaps? Or is there someone else in the house who might like to come along with you?
No.
How about a neighbour? I could pop round.
No, thank you. Excuse me.
Mrs. Lawson, are you okay?
I'm sorry. Just finding it hard to take it in. I've always feared something like this, you know. Every time it goes off, I expect the worst. It's almost a relief when it does happen.
Fond of security, are you?
Commercial interest, Sergeant. This trade's cutthroat. You let anyone know what you got on, they'll be in.
Yeah?
End up with empty lorries stuck in Carlisle while the load they're supposed to be collecting's already halfway down the M1.
Let's look at the job sheet, shall we?
Oh, have you got now better to do, Mickey? Here we are. Well, it should be in here somewhere.
What do you call this? Creative filing?
Oh, I'll get busy. Job comes in, you sort it. Sometimes things get left.
Like not marking up your tanker properly. Would have saved a lot of hassle.
Well, that's down to the depot manager at the other end. I always tell my drivers never to go without a full markings. Right. Right, there you are.
Sodium hypochlorite?
Aye, some sort of bleach, I think they said. Something to do with cleaning.
Don't sound too sure.
Well, transport the stuff from here to B. As long as it's legit, that's all I ask.
That's good enough for the health and safety, is it?
Hey, what's any of this got to do with the health and safety? I thought it was just some pissant little accident.
If you say so. GR Oscar 1 from 7-9 receiving.
Go ahead, Matthew.
Yeah, I'm at the haulage company now, sir. The chemical the tanker was carrying is sodium hypochlorite. Only Mr. Drew's a little bit vague about what it does.
Well, that's helpful. OK, all received. We think we've got a trace on this stuff. Sodium hypochlorite?
Yes, that tallies with what I'm getting.
Inspector Monroe, Amir Khan, the scientific advisor.
So, what are we looking at, Mr. Khan?
It's chlorine-based. Thus the smell. Used in industry to control bacteria in pipes, that sort of thing.
How hazardous is it?
Highly. Its vapors are highly irritant to the lungs and skin.
The spray will keep it down, stop it spreading.
Tell me, Inspector, did any of your men approach the spill without protective clothing?
Well, my officers were first on the scene, yes. Are you telling me they've been exposed to something?
I'm sure there's no cause for alarm. All I'm suggesting is that we undertake a few precautions.
Right, bath time, girls and boys. Don't forget behind your ears.
Well, can't I just put a uniform through the laundry, sir?
Sorry, Dave, you four were first on the scene. Now, there's every chance your clothes were contaminated.
Over there, son, we'll sort you out. Hey, one of my team picked up one of your radios. Something about that driver being pissed up.
There's nothing definite as yet.
Yeah, but it's a possibility. And he's driving around with a load like that.
We had to be shut. What do you mean? Well, you all tried weddings another day. That's
what we normally do, isn't it? Any last requests?
Let's just get it over with, can we?
Let him have it, lads. Wet policeman, about turn. First time we're about to clean up the law.
Yeah, very funny. Let's hope your house don't get burgled.
See you a lot later.
Inspector Monroe, PC Galley, Accident Investigation Unit.
All right, sorry to drag you out.
I've had an initial briefing. I take it none of these vehicles have been moved?
No, it's more or less preserved as was.
Good, thank you, sir. I'll get started.
Back behind the lines, please, sir.
It's all right. Look, I'm from JYP Haulage. That's one of our lorries.
Sorry, sir. Do as my officer says, please, for your own safety.
I'm only after having a look.
Yeah, but not now.
Crying out loud, it's my tanker.
You are?
He reckons he's from the haulage company, sir.
Gavin Drew.
I see.
All I know so far is what you were Sergeant told us. I wanted to see myself what the damage was.
Well, that's understandable, but right now we have a job to do.
Look, it's my vehicle. I've got a right to see.
Let him go. Satisfied? As you can see, we're dealing with a serious situation here, Mr. Drew.
Meaning what? Is all this really necessary?
Yes, it is. We have a major chemical spill, possible contamination of the main drain system, added to which your driver is currently in a critical condition in hospital. And now, perhaps you'll let us get on with the job.
Come on now, sir.
June, this is Mrs. Lawson. Hello, I'm WPC Ackland. I'm afraid we don't have any more news on your husband yet, but obviously they'll let us know as soon as they do have.
Yes, I understand.
I'll leave you now, Mrs. Lawson.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Were you there at the accident?
Yes, I was with your husband in the ambulance.
Did he say anything?
No, I'm afraid that by the time they got him out, he was already unconscious.
I see.
I mean, everybody in there is doing all they can to help him, and the fire crew put themselves at great risk to get him out.
Oh, yes, I'm very grateful. To everyone.
Shall we go and wait up there?
Keep a spare of everything in my locker, Dave, if you want to borrow anything.
Yeah, I don't want to joke, says.
You all right?
Oh, probably just leftovers of me cold. Mind you, getting pelted with freezing cold water didn't help.
Oh, that's the glamour of the job, Paul. Anyway, Chief Inspector Conway wants you four checked over at St Hugh's. We've got any sent to fill out a 438. 8. Could be in for a nice early night.
Tanker's been drained. Scene is now clear. Fire brigade is pulling out.
11, we want 2230, please. Stand by.
How's it going?
Getting there, sir. Putting the picture together slowly. Hey, you wanted this? From the cab. Thanks. Where was it found? Not in the tachograph. Under the passenger seat. Ta-da! Ta-da!
Bye.
Part of the course, sir. Either dump the disc or cut the wires. Quick way to add a few more hours to the working day.
Yeah.
Can I show you something, sir?
What am I looking for?
Tyre marks from the tanker. When a vehicle brakes, it leaves tread on the road's surface, especially when it's braking sharply.
I can't see anything.
Nor can I.
Meaning?
Well, I can't be sure yet, sir. There's a long way to go, but so far I can find no evidence of the tanker braking as it approaches the bend. It was out of control.
A mechanical failure?
It's unlikely. It's always possible there was a massive fault with the braking system, but I doubt it. My money's on that the brakes were never applied in the first place.
You're saying it's possible that the driver made no effort to stop his vehicle?
For whatever reason, yes, sir. It's beginning to look that way.
Paul? Excuse me. What are you doing here?
We all got sent down to get checked over. The doctor reckons I'm fine.
Good.
Is that the driver's wife?
Yeah.
Could I have a word?
Certainly. Would you mind sitting on this?
Of course. I'll go to the office. I'm afraid it's as we expected.
Right.
Mr. Lawson was pronounced dead at 12:03. He never regained consciousness. Not too surprising, a man in his condition.
How do you mean?
Well, this is all off the record, anything official.
Yeah, I know. Has to wait for the PM.
We took a sample of blood, that's standard for cross-matching. Mr. Lawson showed a high level of alcohol present.
Right, so he was drunk.
Yes and no. Probably not so you'd have noticed.
Sorry?
Well, my guess is that Mr. Lawson was a chronic alcoholic. As such, his ability to cope with larger doses of alcohol would have been finely honed. In many ways, he would have seemed perfectly normal. Give or take the odd lapse of concentration. The accident, for instance.
Are you sure about this? I mean, he's got a job driving heavy vehicles.
He had to conduct invasive surgery. I'll spare you the details, but yes, I'm sure.
Any units deal, JYB haulage,
Elcott Street, burglary. Suspect believed on premises.
Sierra Oscar 79 receiving.
Yeah, I got that, Matthew.
Yeah, Bob, that haulage company, can you check the location? I was there earlier.
Yeah, it's JYB haulage, Elcott Street.
Informant a Mickey Weller.
Right, can you show me dealing, please?
There's no easy way of saying this, Mrs. Lawson. I'm afraid your husband died just after midnight. We did everything we could. I'm sorry.
Are you all right, Mrs. Lawson?
Yes. Well, that's that then.
Bit late for kids, isn't it?
Well, I'm not saying it was kids. All I heard was some noise coming from the office. Banging and it. I just guessed.
What, you didn't have a look?
Well, no need. I knew it was nobody that was supposed to be there, so I rang you lot.
Very brave.
Oh, you think it's worth getting clobbered for what I heard, do you?
So you reckon they came down here, yeah?
Yeah, well, I came out by the gate and I saw a bloke duck down by the fence.
What, on his own?
Well, I never saw anyone else. But that's not to say there weren't more down here, though.
How long's that been there, then?
Don't know.
Right, let's go and see what they took.
If you can give the nursing staff a few minutes, they'll fetch Mrs. Lawson when they're ready.
No, of course. Are you all right, Odette? Is there anything you'd like me to get you?
No. What happens next?
We'll need you to formally identify your husband's body. Then there'll be a post-mortem.
That's nothing to be concerned about.
And what about the body? What happens?
As soon as we can, we'll release it to you for burial.
I see. And how about telling people?
How do you mean?
About him dying. Do you have to inform other people, or do you leave that to me?
Well, if you'd like us to tell anyone.
No, I'd like to do that myself.
If that's what you prefer.
Oh, and his things. I'd like his things, please.
Well, it's messy enough to be kids. Any idea what's gone?
You'll have to ask Drew.
Has he got a safe?
Yeah, it's down there.
All right, come on in. Well, they didn't see or they didn't fancy it. What's this? Petty cash?
Yeah. Drew gets his secretary to give me money out of it. Fetch milk and that.
Well, that's definitely not kids. They'd have been more thorough. What's all this then?
Oh, the job sheets go back ages.
How long you worked for Drew, Mickey?
Oh, since he came to the yard. Used to work with his old man before that, driving.
Some time then?
Yeah, it's a different game then, though.
How do you mean?
It was all just different. Oh, his stuff went on, but it was things he could handle.
Now there's stuff you're not keen on?
One of our lads went by Cheetham Road. He reckoned it'd be a miracle if our driver got out of that smash.
Why the sudden concern? I thought you hardly knew him.
Well, just asking.
Well, you're right, Mickey. It would have been a miracle. Of course, he would have stood a chance if the tank was properly marked. We'd have got to him quicker. Is that the kind of thing you're not keen on?
Oh, no. I'm not getting involved.
Mickey, you are involved. Earlier you said you hardly knew Dan Lawson. According to these sheets, he's worked for this yard for quite a time. Here you go, May '94. Milford Haven, Swansea, Holyhead. What's going on?
All I said was, it was a new face to me.
I've just spoken to the nursing staff. They're still getting your husband's effects together. It won't be long.
Thank you.
Did he always drive?
More or less. Had his own yard for a while. There was never much good behind a desk.
What happened?
He lost it. How much longer is this going to take, do you think?
I don't know. Do you want me to fetch someone to wait with you?
No. I just want to get this over and done with. See him and go home.
Yeah, they're ready for her now.
Does she strike you as being all right?
What do you mean?
The way she's taking all this.
Come on, Polly. I mean, put yourself in her position. You would make a lot of sense.
Well, maybe so, but she hasn't mentioned her husband's name once. It's always him, his things.
You're saying she's hiding something? Yeah, well, you're right. Her husband was a drunk. Probably gave her a hell of a time. Not something you'd want to shout about in the circumstances.
I wonder if I could have a word, in private, perhaps? My charge nurse was putting Mr. Lawson's effects together. I understand Mrs. Lawson wants to take them away with her.
That's right.
Well, I thought before she did, you ought to see this.
William Bell?
There's a gas bill in there in the same name.
Odette, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you formally. Is this your husband?
Yes, that's him.
If you'd like to touch him, hold him, be on your own with him for a while.
No.
Look, Odette, it may help to talk about him if you...
There's not much to say, really. He was a good husband, worked hard, always looked after me.
I'm just saying it's best not to lock things in.
I'm not locking things in. I'm just trying to get through this. Look, I've identified my husband. That's the lot, isn't it? Now I'd like to go home, please.
Yes, of course. 0-643.
Go ahead, June.
Yes, can we get transport, please?
Where was it found?
In the casualty's clothing.
And Mrs. Lawson formally identified the body as that of her husband?
Yes, Sarge.
Sarge, there's a Mr. Drew in reception with his solicitor. You free to deal?
Yeah, I'll deal. Debs, is Dave coming back from the hospital yet?
Yeah, he's writing up his ARBs in the canteen.
Right. Check these out with DIO. Anything you can get on William Bell.
Right.
Would you like us to come in with you?
No, I'm fine. I'm used to being on my own.
Your car's gone.
What? Oh, yes, it's not mine.
Are you sure you're going to be all right, Odette?
What's this, Mr. Drew? Preemptive strike?
Just want to get things sorted out, that's all.
This is quite unnecessary, Sergeant. My client attended the scene of the accident this evening. Apparently the tone of the inspector was in some part accusatory.
What's going on, Sarge? I think we're about to find out.
Mr. Drew is keen to cooperate fully with the police on any matters arising. With that in mind, as you can see, the vehicle was fully checked less than 2 months ago. Found to be perfectly roadworthy.
All right now, Mr. Darnell, I'm more interested in the driver your client put behind the wheel.
We'd anticipated that. Mr. Drew is a responsible employer, Sergeant. In addition to all of his drivers having held a clean C&E licence for at least 2 years, he insists on a full medical certificate. Mr. Lawson was granted a clean bill of health prior to being taken on.
Sudden change of heart. A couple of hours ago, this was one big hassle for you.
Look, I don't deserve this. All I've had so far is snide comments. Haulage is a hard trade, but I built that business up. I employ people.
Thought the business belonged to your father.
Should have seen the state it was in when I took it over. Somebody needed to turn it round, give it an edge.
Is that what the lorry was doing in Cheetham Road? A restricted area, no heavy vehicles?
They're all told to stick by the rules. I don't condone breaking the law.
What, you mean to tell me your company doesn't run an incentive scheme for delivering on time?
What are you suggesting, Sergeant?
Nothing. Just wondering why the driver removed the tacho disc. What he was doing on a route that was clearly dangerous.
I think perhaps we should leave it there. I think we've been as helpful as we can.
Sarge.
Could you just hold on a sec, please? Dave.
Sarge,
William Bell, failing to stop, drink drive, 2 counts, lost his licence for both, only that's not the end of it. Last year, 3 months for driving while disqualified. He's banned for 5 years.
Not likely to have an HGV licence, then. Is that the driver?
well, yeah, but I thought the driver's name was Lawson.
Didn't we all?
Right, I got this out as well, Sarge. The real Daniel Lawson. Suspected arson of his own haulage company. Nothing proved.
Bet the insurance didn't cough up, no?
Do you want me to get hold of Inspector Monroe?
Yeah, and tell Sergeant Crow I want Mrs. Lawson picking up. I think she's got some explaining to do.
Right.
Sarge, what the hell's going on here?
The driver was William Bell, not Lawson. Someone's running a dodgy scam supplying drivers. Drew's in on it. It's a question of who else. Right. Sorry to keep you, gentlemen. Little problems come up. Hopefully Mr. Drew can help us.
To do with the incident, Sergeant?
Yeah. We have a problem identifying the dead driver.
Dead? I thought that was all clear. I can't see that my client can do any more.
You are still keen to help us, Mr. Drew?
William Bell was the driver tonight, not Lawson. Isn't that right, Mr. Drew?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, he said his name was Lawson. I just took him on as a one-off.
No. There was a break-in at your office tonight. Someone was very interested in your job sheets going back a few years. I had a little look at them.
Would you mind explaining?
There are loads of jobs marked down to a Dan Lawson. He's quite irregular. In fact, on a couple of occasions, it's hard to see how he finished one trip before starting another. Perhaps you can explain.
I need time to think.
I think I'd like to talk to my client, Sergeant.
Yeah. You do that.
Are you sure about this, Sarge? We've only just dropped her off.
Sergeant Boyden would like Mrs. Lawson brought in, June. Apart from that, you know as much as I do.
Mrs. Lawson? Mrs. Lawson? Mrs. Lawson? It's WPC Ackland. Are you here?
June.
Mrs. Lawson?
I thought you might come back.
Right. Well, I've had a word with me solicitor and I'm ready to help.
Go on.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? I was conned. I employed a driver who wasn't who he said he was.
Well, what have we got here? We've got a medical certificate in the name of Daniel Lawson. It describes him as a fit man in his 40s. That hardly matches the description of the man we now know to be William Bell.
Don't tell me you employed him with your eyes closed.
Sergeant, if Mr. Bell has been guilty of fraud, has driven under a false identity, I can't see that this implicates my client in any way.
No, but your client knows the real Dan Lawson. He was a rival haulier before he went out of business. Isn't that right, Mr. Drew?
I still don't see that that implicates my client in any way. Are you charging Mr. Drew with a criminal offence?
No, but we will be submitting a report to the Health and Safety Executive. What have we got so far, Dave?
No markings on a dangerous vehicle, no trem card to identify the chemical.
And that's just for starters. I doubt it was an ADR certificate for that load, or that the driver was properly trained.
Did have a field day.
Think you'll have much of a yard left when they're through with you? You want to start doing yourself a favour.
Aye, OK. OK. I employ a few drivers full-time. The rest I get in when the work's there.
Go on.
I deal through an agency. They send the drivers along to me with the paperwork, licenses, medical certificates.
And it never occurred to you that the paperwork didn't match the driver in front of you?
Well, once or twice.
Is that all? There are other names that crop up on those sheets all the time, apart from Dan Lawson. On one sheet, there are two drivers with the same name, either end of the country.
How'd you manage that? Someone must have got slack.
This wasn't a one-off. That agency was sending you unfit drivers day in, day out, and you were turning a blind eye. You were filing the false paperwork and forgetting about it.
You get busy. You get a job on, either you do it, accept the driver you've got, or you lose it.
That's the bottom line, yeah? Profit. A man died tonight, Mr. Drew. He had a serious drink problem. Were you aware of that?
No.
No, but you're putting behind the wheel of a dangerous vehicle.
Let's get back to Dan Lawson, the real one. Know him well?
Yeah, we'll go way back.
What about more recent?
He used to drive for us. After his firm got...
Is that when he torched his own yard? Got into trouble, took the easy way out? Well?
That's Dan's answer to everything, cut and run. He was in his house when you picked her dead up to take her to the hospital. Straight on the blower to me. Wanted us to torch me office. Get shot at the fails.
But you wouldn't. So we tried another way, the break-in.
Sounds about right.
There's one thing I don't understand. The way you're painting Dan Lawson, he seems like a panicker, not too bright. Whoever sorted this scam knew what they were doing.
So?
So I don't know how he lasted so long. He doesn't sound capable.
Who said he did? Who said it was him?
Right, come here.
How did they get hold of the false paperwork in the first place?
Well, either Lawson or another fit driver would do the medical. They duplicate the HGV licence and use that to get a disqualified driver to work.
For a tidy rake off themselves.
Quite a racket, according to their files. At least a dozen sets of papers, 4 or 5 drivers working under each name.
Thanks, June. Mrs. Lawson, earlier tonight you identified a body as being that of your husband, Daniel Lawson. That was a lie, wasn't it?
Yes.
Who was the dead man?
I'm not sure. My husband called him Billy.
William Bell.
So, why did you identify this man as your husband? Were you aware that William Bell was driving under the guise of your husband?
That he got the job with a false medical certificate in your husband's name?
I guessed that Dan was up to something. I didn't know what.
Are you telling us you had no knowledge of this?
That's right.
Well, we've heard different, Mrs. Lawson.
Our information is that you're running an agency, supplying unfit drivers to haulage companies. Whose idea was that? Yours? Your husband's?
No. Dan's too much of a loser. Wouldn't have the nous, would he?
Tell us about his yard.
That was his, ask him.
I'm asking you. Husband and wife, you must have shared things.
The yard was in trouble going to the wall. Did he tell you about it? Or did he keep pretending?
Dan never admits anything, even to himself. Until it's too late.
And then he panicked. Did he also tell you he planned to torch his own lorries? Didn't think so.
Where is your husband, Mrs. Lawson?
Gone.
Where?
I don't know. I got back. The car had gone. He'd taken some clothes.
He's taken off. Left you to deal with it all.
Wouldn't be the first time.
No.
When the yard was going down, it was, don't worry, I'll sort it. Didn't want me to interfere, you see. Even hid the books from me.
And when he does sort it, he makes things worse. Did you get your insurance money, Mrs. Lawson?
They invited us to sue them for the money. Dan was all set on it.
But you knew you didn't have a case. The more that came out in court, the more you had to lose.
How did Dan cope with that?
Same way as he copes with everything. Shoves his head in the sand.
Where did you find the drivers?
It wasn't hard. First, we used the blokes that Dan had driven with, you know. Ones who'd lost their licence.
For a good reason, probably.
And then things got out of hand. Started using blokes that Dan had met at the DSS, snooker hall, and...
To fill the demand.
Mrs. Lawson, did it ever occur to you that what you were doing was wrong? The biggest surprise tonight is there weren't more casualties. You don't give a toss, do you? You're not even sorry for what you did.
What good would that do?
It's got to be sick, isn't it, eh? You're standing over a dead body making out it's your husband.
Yeah, and it takes all sorts.
Number 3, isn't it?
Yes.
There we are.
There's no rush. I don't think Mrs. Bell's going to be very pleased to see us.
I thought you was my Billy.
Mrs. Bell?
Yeah?
We're from Sunhill Police. Do you think we could come in, please?
Why? What is it?
It's about your husband.
What?
It's not something we can discuss on the doorstep. Can we come in?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tonight you identified the body of William Bell as your husband. How long would you have gone on pretending? How long before you told Mrs. Bell that her husband was dead? That you'd buried him in her place?
Inspector Munro is asking why you kept her in the dark.
OK, Mrs. Lawson. Sergeant Boyden will want to take a full statement. Then you're free to go.
Sir?
I know, but what can we do wrong, Matthew? Doesn't matter what we think. Fact is, she's going to get away with it.
She killed a man. Good as. Played the widow, identified the wrong body.
So, take a statement, submit it. Obstructing a coroner, perverting the course of justice? You can try for it if you want. Only it won't go the distance. We both know that.
I'd better get dressed.
Right. Come on, there's no hurry. Sit back down, come on.
Yeah, that's right.
All right? I'll put the kettle on you.
Yeah. Is there somebody that we can call? I mean, a friend who can come with you? Somebody from the family, perhaps?
There's nobody. Were you with Billy when he died?
Yes. Your husband was unconscious most of the time. He was in no pain.
Shouldn't have been driving that lorry, should he?
No. No, Mrs. Bell, he shouldn't.
Tried to stop drinking, but he just couldn't. He was never unkind to me. He was a good man. I mean, just because you go wrong once, it doesn't mean to say you're a bad person. I wish it could have got to me in time. I'd have liked to have been there. Just to say goodbye.
This way, please.
Thank you.
Don't thank me, Mrs. Lawson. If it was down to me, I'd throw the lot at you. Anything I could find legit and then some.
What? Twist the rules? Make them work in your favour like I did? I'll be fine from here, Sergeant.
Yeah. Go carefully.
You all right? Right, you wait here. I'll go ahead.
Is she an old lady? No, she's younger than me, just. I haven't seen nothing of her for 3 days. Mind you, I was at my son's day before yesterday, but last night was our bingo night. She never misses her bingo.
Are you close friends?
Yes.
I can do that, this kind of excitement.
Telling me. Mind you, it was all go here a few days ago.
Was it?
Well, we had police all over the place.
Why's that?
They're not supposed to park on the pavement, you see. You can't get past. All the officers were taking details down for 2 days. Marie, Mrs. Austin, she was full of it. She's always writing letters to the council. I do hope she's all right. She's not a well woman as it is.
Oh?
She's epileptic, you see, and terrible eczema. Bathroom cabinets full of pills and potions.
Debbie?
Wait here, please, Mrs. Hamilton. Sarge?
I found her. We need information on the GP and the next of kin.
Mrs. Hamilton, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Dear Diary,
What's your mum?
Doesn't say that, does it?
Why does nobody fancy me? Look, it's my record of work book, that's all. I'm just putting in some details of a stop I did this morning.
So is this like a hobby that you've got, is it, Reg?
No, I'm just covering my back, that's all.
Covering your back? What for?
Look, because you never know. Come the day, only the efficient will survive.
And you're efficient, are you, Rich?
Well, I try to be.
Yeah, but a list of parking tickets, cautions and haughties isn't going to impress anyone, is it, Reg?
Well, I'm not out to impress, just trying to do my job.
Oh, really? Compare my book with his, then you'll see who's the most efficient. Well, that sounds like a good idea to me, Tony. I can feel the money burning a hole in my pocket already. What do you mean?
Yeah. Might be worth a little wager.
Yeah. Oh, no, hang on. Look, I'm just trying to make a point.
Who's the most efficient? Reg or you?
Do you know Mrs. Austin well?
She was a patient of mine for years. Quite a formidable woman.
Have you seen her recently?
No. Epilepsy isn't the problem. It used to be. The drugs we prescribe these days keep the condition in check. I'd only see her every now and then for a repeat prescription.
So do you think she could have had a fit and drowned?
Couldn't say for sure. You'll have to wait for the coroner. But I'd be surprised if it was down to a seizure.
Why?
Well, there'd be no reason for her to have a fit unless she became careless about her routine, and that wasn't in Marie's makeup.
Routine?
Well, she was on anticonvulsants. 1 in the morning, 1 early evening. But if she missed a dosage, it could trigger off a seizure.
Carbamazepine?
They're the ones.
Well, could she have committed suicide? OD'd?
I very much doubt it. She was a practising Catholic, quite old-fashioned in that respect.
Well, they're the only tablets we've found, as you can see. The cabinet's empty.
Hang on. These aren't carbamazepine. They're aspirin. And they look very similar, but these are definitely aspirin.
Right, what about next of kin? You mentioned a son, Philip?
They've not been seeing eye to eye recently.
Why is that?
Oh, they had a big bust-up over the Matkins girl. She didn't want them to get married. Not good enough. But they did. And now they're not speaking.
Do you have an address for him?
Oh, it'll be next door somewhere.
Debbie, can you get onto CID? I want to treat this as a suspicious.
Right. So that's 1 point for a stop and search, 2 for any tickets issued, half a point for a haughty, 3 for an arrest, 5 points for a good arrest, and all points and protocols in between.
Can't it just be 3 points for an arrest and that's it?
OK. Information leading to an arrest or assisting in arrest counts at half points, depending on the offence. And whatever you write in your record of workbooks can and will be used as evidence against you.
You are beginning to lose it, Bob.
I just thought you'd be interested.
Not me, I was just passing. This is Jim's shout.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, what have you got? Old Marie Austin there. Not quite past her sell-by date, but certainly reduced for a quick sale. Has a fit and drowns in a bath. Simple enough, but not for you.
I admit it looks like natural causes.
Looks like? The place is cleaner than a nun's laundry basket. No marks, no stains, nothing.
Well, where's the motive? Where's the crime?
Yeah, that's my point. It's too clean. Marie Austin, she's got epilepsy, eczema. Now, that cabinet in her bathroom should be full of pills and potions. And what do we find? Aspirin in a carbamazepine bottle.
Well, maybe she got cured.
Well, what about suicide?
Yeah, well, we thought of that. But how do you explain the soap dish still lying across the bath?
My mum's got one just like it, Bob. What's your point?
Look, if someone drowns, you get a lot of thrashing about, right? But the soap dish is still in place. If someone has a seizure, what do?
Throw me washing in?
You'd kick the thing, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, in my book, a few missing pills and a soap dish do not add up to a crime.
No, but all I'm saying is we ought to treat it as a suspicious.
We're still not interested. Mind you, if you want to take responsibility, I can't stop you.
Philip Austin?
Yes.
May we come in? I'm afraid we've got some bad news for you.
Oh, Polly, got anything for me? What about that sudden death?
What, Harless Road?
Yeah.
No, it's being dealt with.
Well, what number was it?
48, why?
Well, I was down there the other day, you know, on the parking initiative. I got on very well with a Mrs. Hamilton.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she made a lovely cup of tea as it go. Was there nothing else?
No, it's really quiet.
All right, cheers, Paul. Anything for me, Paul?
When did you last see your mother?
Months ago.
Was that usual? She didn't exactly live far away.
Philip and Marie had a little disagreement.
Mum wasn't too keen on me getting married.
Mothers never are.
Philip thought the world of her, and she of him, but we couldn't talk Marie around. Not even after this.
What was your mother like?
What do you mean?
Was she prone to bouts of depression at all?
Oh, no, she wasn't anything like that, was she, Philip?
No.
No, she was a life and soul.
There's nothing she wouldn't do for you. Great cook. No one could beat her steak and kidney pie.
Oh, I don't know about that, dear. She wasn't exactly the type to forgive and forget either, was she?
She would have come round eventually.
I understand she was epileptic.
Yeah, she was. Should have been there for her. I shouldn't have.
What?
Please, this is very distressing for us.
She's done everything for me. Everything.
Philip, that's enough. You're embarrassing the officers.
No, really.
There still are some questions.
She drowned, didn't she?
We have to establish the cause of death.
There's no way you're cutting my mother up.
Philip, getting yourself into a state. Why don't you go and put the kettle on?
Oi! It's yours, mate.
It's not mine, mate.
Oh, come off it.
It's only a bit of res.
No. You know what this is? 3 points. You're nicked.
How did you meet Philip?
I used to be a secretary at Harker's. Philip was one of the engineers. Still is. I liked the way he looked. Knew he was too shy to ask me out, so I cornered him at the Christmas party. We were married last summer.
But up until then, he was living with his mother.
Yeah. Sometimes it felt like I was his bit on the side. She was very protective. You said question marks. What exactly?
Oh, it's normal procedure in cases like this. We have to consider all eventualities. Even Marie's mental state.
You think she committed suicide?
Well, we know that Marie was on medication, but all we found was some aspirin in a carbamazepine bottle. And the bathroom cabinet was empty.
Maybe she had a tidy up. Marie was always tidying up.
She was.
It's more than that, Mrs. Austin. The place is almost sterilised.
Well, she was a fanatic. She never did anything by halves. It was all or nothing with her.
My mother wouldn't take her own life.
Philip, you don't know that.
I do, and she wouldn't.
I wouldn't put it past her to have done it out of spite.
Well, the post-mortem should tell us more.
Wait. What do you think you're doing?
I'm late.
Well, what's this? This is a pavement.
So what?
What, so you should be on the road.
Having trouble, Reg? Need a hand?
Possession here, Reg. What you got there?
Stop and search by the look of it. You've got to watch these schoolboys, you know. I mean, he could have a pencil or a ruler or anything on him.
Yeah, very funny, George. Go on, off you go.
Didn't seem right someone seeing her like this after last time.
When was that?
I told you ages ago.
What about speaking? Did you call her on the phone? Did she write you a letter?
No, nothing.
No idea about her state of mind.
She loved me. She wouldn't have deserted me.
You weren't speaking.
It's not her fault.
Well, if you weren't speaking, maybe she was depressed.
I'm telling you, she wouldn't have taken her own life.
It's not what Sandra thinks.
Well, she would say that, wouldn't she?
Right, you've said you do not wish to see a solicitor. You can, of course, change your mind at any time.
It's got to be worth at least 3, isn't it? Well, maybe a 5, if it's a Class A and a few grams over.
It's more than Reggie's got.
What's the betting, Sam?
Nick's 4 to 1 on Sodge.
Oh, look, it's a stray, all right? Found it wandering around by the canal.
Well, don't bring it in here, flea-bitten thing.
Make that 6 to 1 on.
If I was going to commit suicide, I wouldn't have done it like that.
Or pills?
No, in the bath. I mean, think about it. Marie Austin was a house-proud woman. Well turned out, clean, tidy, never went anywhere without her makeup on. If she was going to take an overdose, don't you think she would have done it fully clothed with a bit of lippy?
I see what you mean.
As for suicide, well, Philip seems adamant.
Well, it's either natural causes, manslaughter, or murder. Someone has gone into that house after Marie has died. They've tidied the place up, they've taken all the drugs apart from these, and these they've missed because they were in the dressing gown. It's the only possible explanation.
What about a burglar? Could be a druggie.
That's the wrong type of drugs. Burglars don't tidy up after themselves, do they? Besides, there was no sign of a break-in.
Who'd have had access?
Well, someone she knows, someone with a key. Philip?
He said he hasn't seen his mother in months.
Maybe he's lying.
Mrs. Hamilton would have seen him. Nothing goes on in that street she doesn't know about.
Unless there was something going on that was more interesting.
Like what?
Well, I clamped down on illegal parking. Reg was on that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Now, if it had been a pit bull, we might have been able to give you some points.
Yeah, but a mongrel.
Mind you, could have given you a nasty lick.
Oh, very funny, fella. Very funny. But the dog was roaming around a bend and round the streets. Could have caused an accident.
Reg,
So?
you were up in Harless Road earlier this week, weren't you?
Yeah, it's part of the new crackdown.
Did you write the registration numbers down in your record of workbook?
That's what it's for, Dibs.
Could I have a look at it?
Oh, sure. What's that?
Tough. Yeah, there we go. Will you check those numbers on the PNC, see if any of them are registered in Philip Austin's name? Is that all right, Reg?
Sure.
Anything?
No, not a Philip Austin in sight.
No points for Reg then.
No.
That's a pity. I've got a fiver riding on him. Always back the underdog.
Well, nice one, Nick. Possession and a couple of burglaries thrown in.
Yeah, it's got to be a 5-point arrest then.
Who's your money on, Matt?
That'd be telling. Number 2, Jim.
Nick.
Sos?
Were you involved in that crackdown on the parking in Harless Road?
Yes, Sos.
Have you got your record of workbook on you?
You never give up, do you, Bob?
Your record of workbook?
Yeah.
Cheers, I'll let you have it back.
Right.
What's all that about?
Nick's not the only one trying to score points.
Still nothing.
Right, what's this?
It's a hire vehicle.
Who's it hired to?
I'll get onto it.
Yeah.
What now?
I've just had a word with the coroner's office. Preliminary indications are that Marie Austin drowned. Also, the levels of carbamazepine are lower than expected.
Hold on a minute. Carbamaz what?
It's an epilepsy-controlling drug.
Well, that's it then, isn't it? Problem solved. She forgot to take her pills.
There were no pills, I told you. We just found some aspirin in a carbamazepine bottle.
So was any aspirin found in the body?
A small amount, but not enough to kill her.
So that rules out suicide then?
I think someone tampered with her drugs.
You're clutching at straws, Bob.
So how do you explain the missing drugs? The soap dish across the bath. Someone went in after she died, and we've got a good idea who it was.
A hire van was rented out to Harker's Heating Engineers and was illegally parked in Harless Road 2 days ago. The driver was Philip Austin. There's no way he'd have been in the area without going to see her. And by that time, she was already stiff with rigor mortis.
Right. Better get him in then.
You can't do this. He's done nothing. Nothing.
Mrs. Austin, your husband is coming to the station of his own free will.
He wants a solicitor. Philip, tell them you want a solicitor. Don't say anything without one.
He's not under arrest. He's free to go at any time.
Do you recognise these, Philip? For the benefit of the tape, I'm showing Mr. Austin Exhibit RC1.
They're my mum's tablets.
And can you tell me why it says carbamazepine on the label when the contents have been identified as aspirin?
No.
You told Sergeant Cryer you hadn't seen your mother for several months, is that right?
Yes.
Your old mum was a dab hand with a mop and bucket, wasn't she? In fact, she was almost obsessed with cleanliness.
She's not obsessed, no.
But it would surprise you if we found your fingerprint on the bath panel, wouldn't it? Because Marie was out every day with the bleach and an old rag.
I told you, I haven't been to my mum for ages.
So whose fingerprints are they?
My mother died of natural causes. She had a fit. She drowned in the bath. Why can't you just leave me to grieve in peace?
Did you have an argument?
No.
She never really liked Sandra, did she?
We just keep Sandra out, Ellis.
Wasn't good enough for her little boy, right?
Sandra's my wife.
Marie was your mother.
Madam. You can't park there.
Why not?
Security. You'll find parking over there.
Oh, right.
Don't make you sick, though, Sarge. We do all the work, and dear's Beech, who couldn't give a monkey, is going to take all the credit.
It's a job, isn't it?
But he wouldn't even listen to you.
I'm uniform, aren't I? Why would he want to listen to me? Mrs. Austin, what can we do for you?
As if it isn't bad enough that we've got a bereavement on our hands. You come along and accuse my Philip of being responsible for it.
No, he's not under arrest. He's just helping us with our inquiries.
What inquiries? It was suicide.
Debbie, will you do me a favour and get a cup of coffee for Mrs. Austin, please? Mrs. Austin, would you like to come this way?
Yes, Sarge.
Oh, Goodwin.
What do you want, Reg?
There's a car parked out the front. I wondered if it had anything to do with your suspicious death.
What car?
No, it's a blue Fiesta. I looked it up in my book. It was parked in Harless Road, first day of the crackdown.
You grew up with epilepsy, didn't you? Having a mum who was epileptic couldn't have been much fun, could it? What happened, Philip? Did she fall on the floor, froth at the mouth? Did the other kids all stare? Were they frightened? Did they tease you? You were embarrassed by her, weren't you?
Sometimes.
But she was all you had. The other kids didn't want to know in case you were touched, right? She was the only one who cared. Until Sandra came along.
She loved me.
When did you last see her, Philip?
I told you.
3 days ago? 2 days?
Was she alive or dead?
Months.
So why was a hire van, which you were driving, parked no more than a couple of yards away from her house?
What if I want to go now?
You can always change your mind about a solicitor.
Vehicle's not lost or stolen. Last known keeper, Miss Sandra Matkins.
That's it. What? The Matkins girl. Matkins is Sandra's maiden name.
Philip is not a murderer.
Sandra, if you know anything at all, you should tell us.
I'll tell you. She couldn't stand the thought of anyone taking her precious little son away from her. That's why she hated me so much. I gave him independence. Gave him love. He didn't need her anymore.
And she resented that.
Of course she did. He was her little boy, her little darling. You know, she even called me a slut to my face.
So where was Philip in the middle of all this?
High in his head as usual, hoping that it would all go away. Or that by some miracle, me and his mum would get on. Get on? I'd never even been to the house.
How do you explain the van?
She was so lovely.
Philip, how do you explain the van?
I can't.
How do you explain the aspirin?
Perhaps she mixed them up.
I've been to the house. I've seen it. Your mother had labels for everything, Philip. She had 6 different kinds of sugar. People like that do not confuse aspirin with carbamazepine. Especially if their life depends on it.
Why did you do it?
I love my mum.
Why did you lie to Sergeant Cryer?
I didn't.
You're lying to us now, Philip. We know you were there.
I think I'd like a solicitor now.
What was that?
I want a solicitor.
Sandra's car was there the day before the hire van.
According to Sandra, she hasn't even been near the house.
And now Philip Austin's asking to see a solicitor.
Well, if they're in it together.
What is it? What's happening?
Philip's called for a solicitor.
Good. They'll probably sue you all for wrongful arrest.
Sandra, when did you last see Marie?
Sorry?
You said that she insulted you to your face.
Did I?
When did you last see her? Well, you must remember it. It would stick in your mind. You didn't go to her place. So where was it? Did she come to you?
You must be joking.
Does Philip ever drive your car?
My car? I wouldn't let him drive my car.
Are you sure about that?
He's not insured.
You went to see Marie, didn't you?
No.
Your car was seen outside the house 3 days ago, and Philip's van the day after. Come on, Sandra, Philip's putting everything on the line for you. You went to see Marie, didn't you? It stuck in your throat to do it, but you did, didn't you? Why?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What pushed you? What took you to the edge?
I found out he was seeing her behind my back.
So you went to have words?
You've no idea what it was like. Everything I did, she did better. I never made his gravy right, I ironed his shirts wrong. It was like she was his mistress and I was just his wife. I felt that small. I put my foot down. He had to stop seeing her.
But he didn't, did he?
No, he didn't.
How do you think Philip's going to cope with prison?
Don't, please.
It must have been hell for him, finding his mother in the bath like that. You've driven a wedge between you. How did you cope with telling him?
I told him I'd been to see her.
And?
I told Marie that he was my husband now, that we were having a baby, that now it was my family. She didn't like it. She called me a slut. Me a slut? She wasn't even married. Where was Philip's father in all this? That's what I want to know.
Sandra, just think of Philip now.
As soon as I had the chance, I took it.
You swapped the drugs.
She went upstairs to the bathroom. I had these aspirin on me. I knew how important the epilepsy drugs were. I wanted to get her back. I wanted to hit her where it hurt.
You realise what could happen.
Yes. I hoped she'd fall down in the street and be crushed by a juggernaut. Or have a fit at the railway station and fall onto the live rail. I hated her. Just wanted her out of my life. Later I told Philip. He went round there and found her in the bath. Tidied up. Even put the soap dish back. Nearly killed him. She still won. Because that's it now, isn't it? That's it.
Oh, hello, Reg. What you got this time?
Would you excuse me for a moment? That is the duty solicitor.
What's he done? Probably charged too much to his expense account.
Yeah, we're not now, ain't it? Just nicked a woman for murder.
How many points is that worth?
Oh, son. Solicitor, Mr. Austin.
Right, this way, please.
What will Philip do with that, his mum or Sandra?
Oh, well, I guess he'll have to learn to fend for himself, won't he? Who won the bet, Reg?
Oh, Sarge, Nick and I decided to call it a draw.
Nice one, Bob. Good result all round, eh?